Okay, hey guys, what's going on and welcome back to my channel. My name is Hope if you're new and I'm really excited that you're joining me today. We are here today to do a little weekly plan with me. I have been officially using this little planner for about 2 to 3 weeks now, and I feel like now I have a pretty good idea of how I want to use it, and so I'm excited to do this first official weekly plan with me. We are just going to be going through my planner, figuring out what we want to do for the upcoming week, and then also just kind of filling in some things here and there that I may or may not have filled out this week. Like, I know I finished and have started a new book, so I know we have to go back into my reading tracker and do a little updating there. Just kind of clean up stuff like that and then kind of get situated for the upcoming week. I am going to be doing a daily planning system for every day of the upcoming week. I've been using these little layouts just to do daily planners. I think I have a few of them over the course of the past few weeks or so. Originally, I was just using these whenever I wanted to have a little bit more clarification in my day. So if I knew I had a busy day, or if I just wanted to get a lot done, like be super productive, then I would fill out one of these daily planners, and I just feel like it was working really well. So instead of doing it where I was essentially doing it like the morning of, so if this was on Tuesday, then I did this Tuesday morning, I am going to be going through and doing every single day this week, and we will walk through that together. And then you guys saw in my last video, I walked you through how I made my August spread, and so I'm officially starting to use that. I just went ahead and pasted in my July goals and the things I want to do this month to the old July spread just for storage. And then we have August right here. So I'm thinking I'm going to walk you guys through my planner first before we get into the planning, since I know I have some updates to be made. First one right off the bat is I know I need an additional inbox page. I've been using the inbox page as kind of like a drop center to write down to-dos, grocery list items, pretty much anything that comes to my mind when I'm like working during the day, or even if I have like a little idea at the end of the night and I want to like not forget it, then I'll write it in my inbox. I pretty much used up this entire inbox page. That's pretty much all done. So I have a new one in here. And then once I close out all of the tasks on the other page, I'm just gonna go ahead and remove it. But for now, I think I need to keep it in there just to remember like little bits in here. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure I had extra space in case I need it. Like right now, I know I have to change my AirTag battery. I have to sort out my income and expense tracker, which we are going to be doing the expense tracker part today. I still have to clean out my phone storage, but I did do things like I picked up my couch, I deep cleaned my car, stuff like that. So the updated inbox page is officially in. The thing that I really enjoy about this rings planner is that I'm able to just take things in and out so freely. I feel like with a traditional planner or journal, you pretty much are set to the pages you have, so you can't just add a page wherever you might need one. So that's been definitely a big perk of using this. Then you go through, I've got my notes page, and then we enter into the daily planner section. Let's just make sure we have enough of these for the upcoming weekly plan. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. So I'm going to be planning out every single day. We'll get back to that in a little bit. Like I was saying, I did go over this in my monthly reset video, but I wrote down my monthly goals for August on this little sticky note, and it's just like the intro page to my monthly planning section. Monthly goals for August are to have a low screen time, stick to my morning routine, and then also be really intentional with my spending. I am doing a low buy this month, so we are hoping that that goes well. Then we have my August page. We can go ahead and mark off yesterday, and then I also just X'd off today because why not? Nothing super new to add onto this one, so we can move on. This was my weekly layout for last week, and we are going to be doing the upcoming week next. I also made a little update to my habit tracker. This was how I had it laid out previously, and I think I mentioned it, but I was a little bit hesitant to keep having to rewrite all of these habits every single week, but I couldn't quite figure out a way to fit all 30 or 31 days of the month on one of these pages. This is a pocket planner, so it's been a little bit tricky for me to kind of get everything in here in a way where I can still read everything. And there's obviously not 30 squares here or across, so I was trying to get a little bit creative with how I wanted to do my next habit tracker. So for the month of August, I was, again, just trying to figure out a way to make it work, and what I ended up on was this little fold out. All I did was cut a piece of paper, fold it, and then I taped it to the back of this page, and now I'm able to see all 31 days of August without without having to constantly rewrite all of my habits, which was something that I wasn't really looking forward to doing. This was really, really easy to make, and I'm definitely happy with how it came out. We can go ahead and update our trackers while we're in here. For reference, the habits that I have kind of boiled it down to are morning sunshine, skin and hair care, journaling and gratitude, manifesting and vision boarding, tidying / cleaning up, taking vitamins and supplements, lowering my screen time, 4 hours of deep work, mobility training of some sort, going on a daily walk, and then draining my lymph nodes. So yesterday, what did I do? I did take my vitamins yesterday. I had a pretty low screen time. I did not do 4 hours of deep work yesterday. Yesterday was kind of like an off day for me. I also didn't do any mobility. I don't think I took a walk. No, I definitely didn't take a walk yesterday, and then I did drain my lymph nodes at night. It is the 3rd of August today. I did get some morning sunshine. My mom and I went on like a 3-mile walk this morning. I can also check off daily walk. I did do my skin and hair care. I've already journaled. I did a little manifesting. I did clean up first thing in the morning. Haven't taken any of my vitamins yet. I'm just going to be taking magnesium later tonight. My screen time has been incredibly low today. I have done probably 3 hours of deep work, but I'll probably do a couple hours of studying later, so that's gonna count. Draining my lymph nodes I always do at night, and then mobility I will try to fit in sometime later today. It's one of those things that I know I just have to make a priority or I won't ever do it, so it's kind of nice to be able to track it and see how I'm progressing throughout the month, so that's why I always love having that in my habit tracker. The next page here is the 1 line a day. This is essentially where I write down 1 line every single day. It could be like a little memory from the day, something that happened, how I was feeling, pretty much anything like that. So I have already started on my August one, and we can go ahead and fill in yesterday's. So yesterday we went to lunch with my boyfriend's aunt and then his cousin. So I'll just write down that they came to our house. They did like a little house tour since we just moved, and then we went to lunch after. Something I do want to mark down right here for my 1 line a day for August 3rd is my boyfriend and I started a cold turkey digital cleanse, and so I'm gonna go ahead and mark down that this was the first day that we started that. Basically, we deleted social media apps and stuff like Netflix and Hulu and YouTube and stuff, just so we can start focusing on other things that give us dopamine aside from media consumption. It's a little bit tricky for me since I love posting content online and I definitely love watching it as well, but it's definitely something where I think that we just need to give our brains a little break. So today was day 1 of that, so I definitely wanted to mark that down there. Then in section number 3, I have my monthly reset routine. This is just a list of things that I do every single month to kind of get my life back in order. I've got my running groceries list, and then we kind of segue into more of my habit trackers. This is my learning tracker, so yesterday I didn't do anything. We can update that here. Today I know I'm probably going to spend some time working on my course, but I don't want to mark it down preemptively, so I'm just going to leave that there. This has been really cool because I'm able to see actually how much schoolwork I've been doing, which has been a real eye-opener. Already I've been tracking this for maybe 10 days, and of that 10 I've missed 6, so I think it's definitely something where it's good to just kind of be aware of how much time you're spending doing something. That's kind of where my trackers really come in, and I enjoy them for that. For my reading tracker, I did close out Malibu Rising on August 1st. I read 164 pages that day, and then I'm gonna go ahead and also add in today's book. I started reading in 5 years. That was the book that was next up on my to be read list. Start page was number 1, and I know I'm probably gonna do a bit of reading before bed, so I'm gonna leave my end page blank for now. I really like being able to see what page I started on and where I ended, just because I like to calculate that total pages. Just another little metric that I like keeping track of. On my books I've read list, I did update it with Malibu Rising the other day. It is by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Finished it on August 1st, and I gave it 3 stars. I think I might have given it 3.5, but I was kind of going back and forth on it, so I just decided to give it 3. Books to read list, nothing to update there. My low buy for August has been going very, very well, considering it's only 3 days in. I didn't do any extra spending yesterday. This is really exclusive to just buying things that I don't need, and so none of my essential items are going to be included on this list. But on the page behind it, before we get into my wish list and stuff, I did want to update it with my expense tracker. Now this was something that I wasn't really sure if I was going to add to my planner or not. But after kind of reviewing my finances and realizing that I need to get back onto a little bit of a stricter budget, that I know this is probably going to be beneficial for me. So essentially what I'm going to be doing is I want to keep track of everything I spend my money on. My low buy is pretty much for things that are frivolous, I would say, like things that I don't necessarily need. This expense tracker is just going to be everything. I just want to know what kind of where my money's going. And I think because it is the beginning of a month, it will be nice to be able to go back and reference everything. So I'm going to go ahead and write expense tracker at the top, and then I'm just going to write I think for August. So yesterday, even though I didn't break my low buy rules, I did buy lunch for my boyfriend and his family. So I'll go ahead and write that in here. And that is, as of now, the only thing that I've spent money on this month. I paid card for content, so I'm just going to use it as like a little description of what it is I spent money on. So I'm going to write Nolan's fam lunch, and then I'm gonna go ahead and write down the cost of it over here, and that will be like my little running expense tracker. Nothing to add to my current wish list, nothing to add to my current thrift list. I did add flowy tops just for summer, and then a spoon rest. These are things that are still going to apply to my low buy, so ideally I won't do a lot of buying in this category this month. But if I see something, that is why I gave myself some wiggle room with the low buy. I did a couple of bullet points where I'm able to fill those in if there was something that I found and I just wanted to get it. So these are things that would kind of apply to. Nothing to add to my gift list. My sticker page is coming together. I already can tell that this is going to fill up very quickly, so I'll probably add in another page once this one is done. Just a fun thing to do. And then I've been doing really good with my memory logging. I feel like this has been nice just to have it all in one space. I do a lot of junk journaling, so I kept all of the tags from an estate sale I went to. A lot of these were half off, so I had a really good day that day. And then my boyfriend and I went to Sonic for some ice cream, so I kept the sticker. Just kind of stuff like that. It's like little memento keeping. I really enjoy doing that. I actually think I've been better about journaling and memory keeping ever since I put it all into one planner. I feel like when I had multiple journals, sometimes I would fall into the trap of only using one and then kind of just ignoring the other one. So I do really like that everything is all together here. That is pretty much an update on what's going on in my planner. So now we can get into the weekly planning session. I've been using some washi tape and just placing it down onto the week that it is currently on. And then at the end of the week, I am just pulling it up and then putting it on the page. I really just did it so I wouldn't lose the current week. I didn't want to have to be like flipping all the way through my planner all the time. So that was just a really easy and convenient way to do that. And now that this week is over, I can go ahead and just add it right here. Let's do some final updates to this planner, or this section at least. And now we are good to go for this upcoming week. This was a little note I made to myself just so I would remember to do it on this upcoming Monday. I really like using these little sticky notes for planning in the future. If I don't want to like commit to writing something in, it's really easy for me to do that. And I always take out the pages when I start my planning session. These rings don't really bother me when I'm writing in it, but if I know I'm going to be like really writing in it and using my ruler and stuff, I do like to just take them out. So the first thing I do with my weekly planner is I grab this ruler and I'm going to go ahead and make 2 lines on each page, and that is essentially going to be my little check boxes. I've mentioned it before, but this was something I did with my Hobonichi Weeks planner, and I just really like the system. I think it's really convenient, and then you don't have to always draw in all of your check boxes because they're just going to automatically be there. I used to not use a ruler to do this. I would just freehand it, but a ruler definitely always makes it look nicer. So there is that one done. Doing this is also really nice because it gives you another section to write in. So on the right hand side, I'll do my to-do list, and then on the left hand side, I'll write down any events that are happening that day. I feel like it's just really easy to work with it that way. Okay, the lines are in, and now it's time to choose a highlighter color for this week. Last week we did like the purpley pink, so this week we are gonna go in with this darker bluish purple, and then I just highlight down the entire line to give it a little bit more distinction. Okay, that is our base, and now we can start to add in all of the daily events. These are things that I'm going to be doing that don't necessarily involve like a task. It's more so things that I would write down in my monthly calendar. So let's reference that. This upcoming week on the 7th, it's my grandpa's birthday, so I can write that in here. Papa's birthday, put some little stars around it. And that is the only main events. I am also going to be going hiking on Saturday, so that will be fun. And I think that's all I'm gonna add for now. The next thing I always write in are my daily tasks. These are things I know I'm gonna be doing every single day, so stuff like my emails, admin work, studying, and then I'll also add in my daily workout and I'll specify what I want to kind of do for my workout that day. I'm gonna start by adding emails, admin, and studying to every single day this week. Now I'm going in with the study session. I do like to leave space at the top for daily tasks that come up on the day-to-day. So one thing I know I'm gonna be doing is sending in some statistics on the Fed. So I'll put that in and I can get rid of that sticky note now. And then really, since I've been using this planner not as much for work, but more so for like personal things, content stuff and stuff like that, this is all I'm going to add for now. Everything I add is typically more day-to-day specific. So if I go in on Tuesday and I decide that I have to get a certain project done, then I'll pencil it in that Tuesday, if that makes sense. So when we go and do the daily planning, I'm going to give myself a lot of space in between stuff like my morning routine and stuff. We are just going to be doing the foundation of the week. That way I can update things as time goes on. And then of course, my favorite part is getting to add some stickers. Let's grab the sticker book. These are some of my favorites to add on weekly spreads, and then I know I want some sort of cupcake or something just for my grandpa's birthday. I'm also going to be adding some stuff here for doing some shopping on Sunday. I think I'm gonna go with some gold flowers for this week's spread. I think that could be really pretty. And then it is August, and so I would like to add something that kind of feels a little bit more like autumn. Not that it's autumn quite yet, but I kind of want to start embracing that vibe. And August feels really yellow to me, so we are going to be adding a yellow flower to the weekly spread. Let's see what we've got. This one is cute, I like that. And then maybe, oh, never mind, I like that one better. It's a little bit big now that I'm looking at it. I'm thinking we put it right there and then I just kind of cut off that corner edge. I finally got a new pair of scissors for my craft room. I'm also gonna go in with some of this reddish purplish washi tape just to kind of add a little bit of division there, and then maybe some more of it down here. I also found this washi tape that I like. It has like a bunch of numbers and stuff on it, so I think I'm gonna cut it off at this number section and we will stick that one up here. Now for some of the gold flowers. I think these are really cute and pretty. Let's put one on Sunday, maybe another one up at the top here. This top section doesn't really have a day. Monday starts down here, so I just kind of use this top part for writing down any notes or extra to-dos. Things that maybe I have to do that week, but I don't know exactly what day I'm gonna do it on. I'll just kind of pencil it in up there. I'm gonna leave the rest of that space open. Oh, and while I have this open, maybe I'll also add this little Let's Go sticker to my Saturday hike. So I'll save that over there. Nothing here. These are more spring. I could add maybe a cute little bird or maybe some fall leaves. I couldn't find a cupcake, but I did find this little birthday present. So I'll go ahead and put that one down there for his birthday. I think that's super cute. And then I also wanted to use one of these for my grocery shopping. I think we are just going to stick like a piece of food or something. I think we're gonna go with this little bread. I'll just put that on Sunday for when we do our grocery shopping. I actually want to move it. I think I'm gonna move it over here instead. That is going to do it for our weekly layout. I'm going to go ahead and just going to add more stuff in as the week actually starts to happen. That is my favorite way to plan, just because it does keep things really recent and practical. And once we add this in, I'll show you how I do the little washi tape bookmark, just because I found it to be a really convenient way for me to never lose my place in my planner. For this week, we're just going to be using this same washi tape that we used over here. And all you do is you find kind of how far out you want it to stand out, put down half of it on this side and then flip it over to the next page, and you're just going to fold it over itself a little bit and kind of finish pasting it on that next page. And that's how I add my little tabs. I really like it because it's something that I can move around. So at the end of this week, like you guys saw me do with the previous week, I can just kind of peel that up, place it somewhere on the planner, and then start the next weekly plan. Okay, and the final portion of today's video is going to be my daily planner. Now this is how I've been outlining it for the last few times I've done like the daily spread. It has from 6 a.m. all the way down to 2 a.m. But since I don't really use past midnight, I just use the bottom half for my gratitude list. And I just use this little bookmark to keep my place, since you can kind of see that that's a trend. I like to know where I'm at in my planner, and so it's really easy for me just to see this at the top. But okay, we are going to be starting with Monday, and Monday is the 5th of August. I'm just gonna write Aug 5th, and then we can circle Monday. This daily plan is going to be pretty much exactly what I do every single day. I'm definitely somebody who loves a good routine. So I'm gonna show you guys how I do my daily layouts. Like I said, we are going to cut things off at 12 a.m. And then I think I'm gonna make this one into a little leaf divider just to make things a little bit cuter. And then I just write in, today I'm grateful for. After I have that all laid out, I also like to add in the number 4 up here, just in case I decide to wake up a little bit earlier. Like I know when we go on that hike on Saturday, we're gonna be getting up really early. So I just have 4 penciled in there, and then I can start writing down my morning routine. I am gonna go ahead and plan my morning routine for 6 a.m. and then I just go ahead and do a little dot along this main line. That's how I'm able to see when exactly I'm doing what. So I'm gonna write down my morning routine, and that usually takes me from about 6 to 8 a.m. and that is going to include my workout. So I'm gonna write that in here as well. We are gonna be doing a lower body workout, and then I'm also gonna add in my daily walk. At about 8 a.m. is when I want to start my first work session. This is a really easy way for me to plan out when I'm going to be getting my work done without having to specify exactly what I'm going to be working on. I used to write down exactly what I wanted to do every minute of every hour, and what that ended up doing was making me feel kind of disappointed when I wasn't able to keep up with it. And so what I've opted for now is just general work session blocks. So I know I'm going to be working from 8 to 12. That is going to be work session 1. I just make a little arrow down so I can indicate that that's what I'm going to be doing. And then I'm going to be taking a lunch break here. Starting up again at 1, we'll write down work session. This one is going to go all the way till 5 o'clock. And then at 5, I am going to do my free time. This could be time for reading. I could spend it doing a hobby. I could spend it with family, friends, whatever I want to do. That is just my little free time to use up. Starting at 8 o'clock, I am doing my night routine. And then at 9, I'm penciling in that is my bedtime. That is pretty much what my day is going to look like Monday through Friday. And then on Saturday and Sunday, I don't really feel the need to plan for those days since there's not going to be a set schedule. So yeah, I really like these daily agenda planners. I think that it's nice to be able to see your whole day laid out hour by hour. And then something I like to do is I like to do little bullet points. So I'll show you guys an example. I'll do bullet points in the work session specifying exactly what I'm going to be working on. And so I can fit 3 of those in each session, and even in the free time I can do that as well. Like I know for this free time I'm gonna want to read, and then maybe on Monday night I'm gonna bake something. Having the option to just write that in has been really useful. So if Monday comes around and I log into my email and I figure out what I need to do that day, I can start adding things in to my work session and then just kind of check them off as I go. Last but not least, I think it's just right that we add some stickers to it. So I like these gold flowers. I'll add a few here, and then I'm gonna go for some green washi tape on this one. I'm also gonna go ahead and use this highlighter and just gonna fill in the hourly sections, and then also my daily gratitude list. I could even fill in that section up top, which I think I am going to. Honestly, what's nice about this is there is no set way you have to do it, so I really try to make every week a little bit different. Adding some sparkles, maybe some hearts near the gratitude, just stuff like that. Really just doodling around in my planner is one of my favorite things to do, so I think it's definitely something that I do a lot of. But yeah, that is how I set up my hourly daily spread, and I'm really looking forward to doing that for the rest of this week and really just giving myself a foundation to start from. Before we end off today's video, I just saw that I forgot to put this little let's go on my weekly plan, so I'll add that right there, and I think that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe if you're new. I post all sorts of content revolving journaling, planning, and general lifestyle, and I would love to have you here with me. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye guys.